Now this is an application-based question on trauma. Here they are asking us that a 12-year-old child has suffered from a blunt injury on his front tooth 2 weeks ago. A local dentist has performed an initial procedure, and what will be the treatment plan going forward? Now such kind of application-based questions are asked repeatedly in the examination nowadays. And a best way to answer this is by elimination. Now, if you have a look at the options, you can see that the treatment plan that is suggested in the various options, they have specific indications. So the indications of each procedure is very important to note. So if we start from pulp capping, now pulp capping is usually done in cases when there is a pinprick exposure of the pulp. This is usually during deep carious excavations or an accidental exposure of the pulp during trauma. Now we already know that it's been 2 weeks since he has had the trauma, since the child has suffered from the trauma, and also that some procedure has already been done. So if you see that the material, the restorative material or the temporary restoration that the local dentist has placed, it's too close to the pulp, so there could be a possibility of exposure of the pulp, and since it's already been 2 weeks, it is not possible for pulp capping to be done because there is chances of pulpal necrosis. Now, epexification is done only when there is an open apex. So we want a calcific barrier to develop. That's when we do epexification. Now we know that the central incisor erupts by say around 7.5 years of age, and root development is completed 3 years after eruption. So by 10 years, 10.5 years, maximum 11 years, the apex is closed. So in such, and this can also be appreciated on the radiograph that the apex is closed. So epexification is also ruled out. Now coming to pulpotomy. Now the indication for pulpotomy is also such that when there's an open apex and when the carious involvement is restricted to the coronal pulp. So we want to maintain the radicular pulp, and so that the apex closure can take place. Now since if we can appreciate on the radiograph that there is some PDL changes which are seen, the widening of the PDL that is seen, and also some periapical radiolucency is seen. So we know that the radicular pulp is also involved because obviously necrosis must have taken place. So again, pulpotomy is ruled out. So this leaves us with pulpectomy or root canal therapy. So the important point to note in this to answer this question is first that the apex is closed. This is a very important point. Secondly, the PDL changes or the periapical radiolucency. Now, since such questions are very repeatedly asked, I just want to mention a few points which need to be noted while answering such questions. So first is the age of the patient. This is a very important parameter that needs to be kept in mind, because although in this question, sometimes the tooth might be mentioned, sometimes the tooth might not be mentioned. Like here they have mentioned only front tooth, they have not mentioned which tooth is involved. So when we see the age of the patient, we can understand whether it's a primary tooth, whether it's a permanent tooth, and we can also identify whether the apex is open or closed. So this is a very important point to note while answering such questions. Second is the duration of time from the trauma. So here they have mentioned 2 weeks. So we know that pulpal necrosis might have taken place within 2 weeks. So 2 weeks is a long duration of time. So this is important not only in cases where pulpal injury is involved, but also in cases such as avulsion. So, the treatment time is different when the time duration is more than 60 minutes as compared to within 60 minutes. So, the duration of time from the trauma is very important again to note, because it can change the treatment plan. Another thing to keep in mind is the signs and symptoms. So, here, although nothing has been mentioned, important things to note is whether there is any pain, whether there is any sensitivity in the tooth, whether there's any mobility, and if any vitality testing was done, whether if the pulp is vital, non-vital. These are very important parameters to diagnose the condition of the case, because once you have made the proper diagnosis, then only you can come to the proper treatment plan in these cases. And lastly, the radiographs. So in this case, the radiograph was given. However, it may or may not be given in every question. However, if a radiograph is given, very important thing to note is again the apex, because you want to see whether it is open or closed. And another thing you want to see are the pedial changes, whether there is any widening or obliteration of the pedial. This is also very important, and whether there is any periapical radiolucency. So these are parameters that you need to keep in mind while answering such questions, because they are the ones that are going to give you the clues to come to the diagnosis of the question and ultimately the treatment plan.